Society categorizes people based on race and ethnicity, and this ultimately creates a system which leads to inequality, discrimination, prejudice, racism. Today we're going to talk about racism. Viewers, today I have a guest with me. Recently he was a victim of racism discrimination. This person is a NHS worker. He's also a model. He's someone that I personally know. He's a very nice young man. Recently there was an incident and it did go viral. I'm sure most of you people are aware of it. I will talk about it further once I introduce him. Let's introduce you to Adnan Hussain. Assalamu alaikum, Adnan.
Walaikum assalam, how are you?
Very well, thank you. So Adnan, please tell us what you do, because there's a lot of viewers out there. They know by looking at the video you're a calm individual. You're a very handsome man as well, mashallah. So please tell us about yourself.
So I'm just a normal individual, working family man. I used to work for the NHS. I used to do the COVID 111 call answering, and I just do some modelling on the side. I've done for companies as Hollister and some ramp walks for the fashion industry.
Please elaborate what happened on that specific day, please.
Yeah, it was a Friday afternoon, about 4 o'clock-ish. I was with former councillor Ibrar, and we was driving on the highway, just approached a traffic light. As soon as we approached the traffic light, I saw an individual, a white individual male, coming towards me with so much aggression, and he was just speeding, coming to me like the way he was walking, and he came and knocked on my window very aggressively. As he came and knocked on my window, I opened the window just a crack down, and I just heard him saying these racist remarks. You packy this, get back to your own country, you packy that, and you stink like shit. And this really traumatized me, and I was shocked from the whole scenario, like from the whole thing what took place, because there was nothing as such what I did for that individual to attack me in that way with such racist remarks. And as soon as that incident took place, the traffic lights changed and I went forward, and I was speaking to former councillor Ibrar, and we were just having a discussion after the incident took place, and we was talking why did that happen, and if it did happen, what led to that situation. We didn't find any reason why that should have happened, and upon this whole incident taking place, we reflected and we remembered it was Brocklebank, the site, the company. So we approached the site to speak to the individual or the manager on site to see what's gone off and if obviously they can assist in any way. However, upon reaching the site, I encountered the individual, the racist individual who made those remarks, and that's where the video where he accepts everything and he gives a fake name, Dick Turpin. Obviously we know who Dick Turpin reflects to and refers to back in history. And instead of feeling any remorse or guilt and being apologetic, he actually made a threat that he's going to smash his lorry into the back of my vehicle. Upon that whole incident taking place, I approached the site manager as I went inside with the fellow friend Ibrar, and we spoke to the site manager, who didn't pay no interest in this story at all and this whole incident as such, where you would be apologetic, you would do a statement, you would write it down, you would report it, follow the company's policies in such scenarios, but there was no interest taken, and there was nothing as such that made me feel that someone empathized with me with this racist attack that took place, and it just really got to me, and that's what happened that day.
And we have a witness as well, so we're going to bring Ibrar Hussain on later on, so we have a witness as well. That's the good thing. And can you say you wasn't driving in that manner, because he mentioned he wasn't driving in the correct manner? How was you driving that day?
I just want to say, regardless of driving the way I should be driving if approved by himself, but regardless of that, you should never make such racist remarks. I mean, if anything wrong took place on that day or right, you will not and you shouldn't approach someone in that manner the way I was approached, aggressively making such racist remarks and comments. And it was just traumatizing the way he did that. And no matter what takes place and what happens, you do not approach someone as such. I mean, if something happened between me and you wouldn't approach me in a racist way. And I'm sure the viewers who are watching this, and Mr. Dick Turpin, he quotes himself as, he wouldn't agree with this if I was reacted the same way to himself and shown the same racist remarks. No one would take this. It's just not a manner. No matter what takes place, what happens, you do not approach someone this way or react this way.
After the whole episode took place, how did it actually make you feel? Did you feel disgusted? Did you feel upset? How did it make you feel? Because obviously you're a young lad, brought up from UK. How did it make you feel?
I was traumatized. In fact, me and Ibrar, we were both traumatized from the whole incident that took place, and the way it was handled. It was shocking. The company didn't pay no interest in that. I mean, the driver made such comments, such racist remarks, that my origin, my ethnicity, and me myself was affected. I was questioned as to, do I really belong to this society, this community where I've gave so much back, where I do so much charity work, and I've worked for the NHS previously as a COVID handler, but for someone to attack me in such a way, it just was just unacceptable, and I'm sure you would agree with me the same, and the viewers as well.
What have you learned from this then?
One thing what I've learned from this is to spread awareness and to show that if something wrong is taking place, stand up for it. I mean, I could have been a quiet person and just let it go as a norm. It's becoming a norm, you know, where people from different backgrounds are getting racially attacked, and I could have let it be a norm, but I actually stood up for it. And when something is wrong, I actually stand up for it, no matter who the person is and what situation you're in. I feel we should stand up for ourselves, and this is what I did in this scenario as well.
And if this happens to you again by chance, what would you do? Same?
I would do exactly the same, because I approached the right people, I went through the right channels, and I approached the company at start so they could acknowledge this and speak to the individual. However, they did not write anything down, they did not report anything. Then, after speaking to the site manager, I went and I emailed councillors and my MP Jill Furness. But before that, I obviously contacted South Yorkshire Police, the hate crime I registered. And obviously I went through the right channels, and if anyone else is facing this situation, I would say to them, go through the right channels, because that's only when the individual, the criminal, would get prosecuted. I mean, you have to go the right way. The company didn't take no action until the video went viral, and then the company contacted myself and they said the individual no longer works for them. But that's because I went the right way. I mean, I could have reacted to the driver itself on the day, but nothing would be resolved. I'm sure now the driver of the lorry truck driver, the racist individual, would be feeling really upset because he's actually lost his job. And this is something the company has done a great thing in the sense that they've took a stand and they've actually gone forward and let him go. Even though they didn't do it straight away, one thing I would like to tell the company is, next time if such an incident does take place, please act upon it straight away and please report it. Because for myself, if this wasn't dealt with in the way it has done right now, I did approach the company where they didn't take any actions until the video went viral and the South Yorkshire Police was contacted.
First of all, I'm really proud of you because you actually stood for yourself. I don't think there's a lot of people that would stand up themselves. Sometimes people might think this will go out of the way, you might get into a fight or something. Some people might even just put their hands up and walk away. So I'm really proud of you, and I hope justice is done, something's done, and people, viewers watching, they learn something from this. Anything you want to add that we've missed, or do you think we just about covered everything?
I just want to say, I mean, for those people out there that are watching this, because I know Ashley's got a lot of followers, so everyone who's watching this, if anything as such takes place with yourself in future or is currently taking place, please stand up to it. Be a community together like I did. I followed the right channels, went towards the police, went to the company itself, and went through the right way to making sure that this video was made spreading awareness to everyone, and it went viral in the right way. And the positivity we got from the social media that took effect on the company to react within 24 hours on a Sunday afternoon. I mean, the company only opens Monday to Friday, so that was really good. So I want to say is, yourself, if something's taking place, come to myself, contact me, contact Ash, who obviously is also covering the whole situation itself, what took place, the incident, and let's make this, let's create awareness, and let's make sure that we be together. I mean, one thing I would like to comment on and just speak about briefly is I would urgently urge everyone who has made any threatening calls to the company itself, please do not do so. We want to spread love, we want to spread peace. I mean, the reason why this video went viral is just to make awareness, not for anyone to approach the company in a wrong way and in a wrong manner. So please, my humble request to yourself is not to make any malicious comments to the company itself, because we want to be a good community. This is what we all are about, and this is the reason why this video was went so viral on the internet itself, on social media, and the love I got from there. I mean, people from the wide community, people from different communities actually came forward and approached me, which really got to me in a good sense, because it showed that, you know, people do care for you. You know, there are individuals that will react to you in such a way and give you such negativity and racist remarks, but actually people behind do care for you.
Yeah, because there's always good and bad in every society. Just because one person was like that doesn't mean the rest is like that. There's so many people that are good and bad. So Adnan, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much again, and all the very best. And yeah, next time I hope you don't encounter anything like this again.
Hopefully I'm on for a better thing, but thank you guys for having me.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Viewers, so you heard everything from Adnan Hussain. Now I'm going to introduce you to someone else. Someone I personally know. He's like an older brother of mine. Ibrar Hussain. He's a former Sheffield city councillor. He's a taxi driver. He's a family man. He's someone that I also look up to. A lot of people look up to. He's done some amazing work, and the reason I invited him is because there's always two sides of the story, and I like to hear his story because he was a witness there. So without any further ado, let's bring on Ibrar Hussain. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Thank you very much for coming on to our show. First of all, for the viewers out there, please tell them a little bit about yourself.
Ibrar Hussain. I reside in Sheffield since 1978. Been on the council for 16 years. Been in the taxi trade for 33 years. And active member of the community. That's all I can say.
MashaAllah. So we're not going to talk too much about what happened before, because a lot of the viewers know. What was your first reactions?
I was shocked, to be honest, what I saw, because the whole incident took only half a minute or a minute, and it was so fast that what was said shocked me in today's day and age, to what was said about ethnicity, in a sense heritage, where you're from, and it was personal. So for me it was shocking hearing that. I think in this, Adnan Hussain is not the only victim. I am the victim as well, because I heard that at first hand or first glance, and Adnan, as a young man, stayed very calm and dealt with it in an appropriate way, and he was shocked as well, because it was very sudden impact that this whole incident happened, you know. So it was shocking. And then as we were on the traffic lights and moved forward and then parked up after to reflect, I did say to Adnan, what has just happened? Because I didn't expect that. So yes, it was shocking.
The next thing I'd like to ask you, do you think the situation could have been handled in a better way?
Well, when we went to the company on site and met the on-site management or person in charge, because I said, who is the person in charge? I think they could have took it in the sense of dealing with it, given it importance. There was no importance given, and said we will deal with it. Now, to me, an incident of this nature or this kind needs to be dealt with, and to be that this is a serious offence. What it exactly was said, and this is our process, and we're going to follow this in a systematic way. And I didn't see that happening. Now, whether they have that policy in place or not, I don't know, but it didn't feel in that way. And when afterward, when we were coming out, I changed the subject, because inside I wasn't really happy, you know. to say that what has just happened, because I didn't. If somebody came to me and said this has happened, I would have said to him, come inside, sit with me, and explain to me, and I would have said, send the staff out and say, tell that person to come in immediately. That wasn't shown to me. Actions speak louder than words.
The next thing I'd like to say, what can we do to change people's mindset regarding racism? Because we see it all the time, over nitty-gritty things. What can we do to make people aware?
You see, the problem here is the mindset. It's how people can integrate. We need to integrate and respect. We are all humans. This is, to me, under the skin, everyone's blood is red.
Yes.
If you can find somebody's blood is different, then come and tell me. So for me, we need to show that humanity comes first, regardless of race or gender or ethnicity, because first and foremost, you're a human being. Now, coming out with that kind of a language and that mindset disturbs me, you know, straight away saying, go back to where you're from. What does that say to me? And then bringing up your where you are from, ethnicity. That two things really are very personal. So to me, it will take a lot in society, but we all have to confront it and be together, united, to make sure that we all say no to racism in that way, but also to our children and our communities that we are as one. And if somebody does say this, we will stand up to it in a right manner, in a right way, and there are processes which have to be followed.
There's always two sides of the story. Obviously, you've said your story, Adnan has.
The manager did ask that. Was there somebody else? And I said, I'm the only witness.
Okay.
So there's always two sides, and there were two of us there. And we also went to the company site as well. So if there was anything to be said and came afterwards, you could. It was within 5 minutes, it was all happened. You know?
I would also like to know the side of the driver's story. So driver, if you're watching this video, please send me an email, send me messages. We would love to have you on the show, and you could tell your story as well. And things like this shouldn't happen.
But if you've seen the video, I challenged him.
Yes.
I said, whatever the driver did, as the driving is concerned, park that up. Why you use racist language?
100%.
That is my concern. My concern is not about driving. You know, driving, we all make mistakes on the road. Let's park that aside. The concern here is what came out of his mouth.
Yes.
Whatever justification he gives that he drove this way, yes, you can say that, but you cannot bring racism into it.
Yes.
That is where the difference is.
And look at, we have been here for nearly 60, 70 years now. Pakistani people, Indian people, Bangladeshi people, Chinese, so many. And it's so important for people to get along with each other. If you want, you could fight, but it just causes more problem. Best is to get along with each other. And as I said, there's bad and good in every single person.
Who would have thought that we would have a president of the United States?
Yeah.
A black man. We do have. Who would have thought we would have had a woman as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? As a Speaker of the House, Parliament, a woman. So we've had changes over the centuries.
Yes,
come
in a
through
long time.
a long way. Racism we have to stop because it's against humanity. It's not for humanity. Equality, you know, it's very important. So race was mentioned, ethnicity was mentioned. Both come in inequalities and equalities as well. You know, in a sense to me, and those both issues were challenged. So that way we have to move, but we have to stand up to and tackle it in a way that is fair to everybody. It doesn't work one way, this is a two-way street.
Have we missed anything else you want to touch on? Or do you think more or less we've covered everything?
Well, we've had Brexit. We've had everything else you want. Anything you want to ask, I'm free, sir, and anything...
Last message to the general public. After this incident, so many people are going to be shocked because things like this still happen every single day. And we need to make this clear. We shouldn't tolerate this.
Well, I think first of all, I think awareness is key. Second of all is that what Adnan Hussain did, he stood up to it.
100%.
Fantastic, and he challenged the system. So what he did, he made a complaint to the police, which is a right process. So hate crime is not acceptable. So he is now going through the system. I've given a statement which he's given. I have given a statement as well, which is a legal process. So it's going through the process, and the CPS and the police will decide. What Adnan did second was also email to his MP, to his councillors, and also to the police crime commissioner. Then what furthermore he did was, which really galvanized everybody and took off, was that he, his own words in his own way, expressed his feelings on Facebook, where he did a recording, and from that went on to TikTok, Snapchat, WhatsApp, and then it grew from there. I think it's got nearly 1 million views or likes of that. Now, what does that show is, and also to Tell Mama UK, I think there's an organisation as well, where I've reported, and other people as well. And what that did was that made a movement in a sense that people started making comments, but also they saw the name of the company in the video. If you're showing the video, they're emailing that company of expressing their feelings as well. From that, I believe the company took prompt action. Now, that's very important. So what I say, everyone out there, be confident, be positive, but also don't forget there's people out there who will stand with you and make sure that you are in the right and make sure that you do the right thing. The only way to deal with hate crime is through the legal system of this country. Whether we are in favour of that or against that, but that's the only way we will deal with this to get rid of this evil in our society.
I'd like to just say one thing to the viewers watching. If you see these kind of things, please don't turn a blind eye. A lot of times it's actually good if you film it, like what you did, you filmed it so the whole world is seeing the whole video. If you didn't film it, they would say he just probably made it up. He's saying he's racist. But the good thing is you actually filmed it. And I hope this person learns a lesson, and I hope it changes him. And what was his name, sorry?
Well, what he said was he
made a fake name.
He gave a wrong name of
Dick Turpin.
Dick Turpin, and there's a history to Dick Turpin as well.
Okay.
You know, if you read about Dick Turpin, what he used to do on the highways, and that's also upset me that his name was something different. So why give a wrong name as well? So
You were just taking the mick.
Yeah, but I hope, and if this person is watching, that
he will be, obviously
he learns from this, and I think the company learns from this as well. They need to have a policy, understand how it hurts people. This is a very personal issue, you know, and fantastic to Adnan Hussain. And look at it, the way Adnan approached him in the yard as well. Made a video, went up to him and what he said in that time. So well done to Adnan Hussain, and well done to those people who genuinely supported Adnan in this, and liking the video and also sharing in a positive way that we are against racism and we stand with Adnan in this time of need. So there will always be good people out there to help you. And thank you today for inviting me and Adnan for making sure that we relay our message of positivity. We can do it, but we must go through the legal process, everyone.
Please share this video. Let me know your opinions, your comments. Let us know your thoughts, your opinions. Have you been a victim of this? Have you experienced this? What is your say on this? What is your take on this? And honestly, I was really upset after watching the video, and it's all on the camera. So anyway, thank you very much again for joining us, and look after yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Very good coffee, so I mean...
Guys, just before you go, I've just got a little present. So I don't know if it's going to fit you.
Breathe in.
One for you, Adnan.
Thank you, thank you.
I've got here a few calories, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. I personalised a pen for you, made in Bangladesh.
Wow, I love Bangladesh. I really want to go with the one day. Come on.
Another one.
Thank you.
A keyring for you, Ibrar.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. But before you go, you need to say something in Bangla. You have to say, Ami tumake bhalobashi.
Ami to Bukala, Balabashi.
Okay,
The only thing I know
you
is
try
Balasani.
it. You try it.
Ami tu balabashi.
Ami tumake bhalobashi.
Balabashi.
Yes, that means, guys, we love you. We love you.
And watch the show.
Watch this show.
Share.
Like, share, comment.
Like, share, and care as well.
Thank you, Adnan. It's been amazing. Thank you.
So this guy, police matter, he swore at me. He told me to get to my own country. There's a camera here. So he told me I'm a smelly bastard, I'm a packy, and to get to my own country.
Yeah.
What's your name, mate? Because I'm going in there right now into the office.
With you.
Yeah.
Dick Turpin.
What's it?
Dick Turpin.
Dick fucking Turper.
Yeah.
He's fucking racist.
Why did he drive like an idiot?
But did I need to be racist?
Hey, I can do what I want.
Why need to be racist for?
Why?
Why?
This is my country, I'm born here.
Why somebody don't
So why drive like a
I'm fucking
twat,
born
eh?
here. You told me I'm a dirty packy to get to
I
my
didn't
own
call you a pack.
country,
I said you're a
and
dirty
you said
bastard.
to me I'm a
Fuck
dirty
off.
bastard.
Fuck off or something.
I wanna
I'll
know-
through your car.
Go on then, go on. I've got it all on camera. Go on, mate. Go on, go on.